Good morning, YouTube. It's me, the Artisan MC, going a little slowly than usual. Like, share, subscribe, make sure you feel so fine. What's good? I'm listening. But King, Bears from building. Peaceful. So, got a couple of thoughts swirling around my head right now. They both went a year or two. And I'm going to try really hard not to go home because it is mildly frustrating. And why is it mildly frustrating? Number one, I don't like illogical people being illogical. And their you son of a bitch, their lack of logic becoming an issue for me and living my life what I do. Right? What up, Elongo? The other thing is, excuse me, late night. Another thing is comment section. And I'm debating on it as hard as I could on this person, but I just wanted to air it out here because I thought it was a bit interesting. Now, you guys know I've started watching Blue Eyed Samurai, right? And I did my reaction of the first episode. I put it up. People responded to it, right? Because it's something, I guess, that's hot. People want to talk about it. Okay, fine. Got a comment yesterday where I tried to make a false equivalency to this character of Miso not be a Mary Sue. And basically, what my book was trying to say is that Mizu is no more a Mary Sue, meaning she is good without any training from a master. She's good just from watching and able to defeat people who are way more experienced but had masters. And his false equivalency was that it was the same thing with Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker should not have been able to pilot an X-Wing or fight with a lightsaber because he didn't have a master to train him. And I had to tell him that is a logical fallacy. That is bullshit. And I explained the reasons why, which I'm going to enumerate right here. You guys. Now, Luke Skywalker was not a Mary Sue. He's a being. In the first Star Wars movie, yes, you see Luke Skywalker get into an X-Wing. You know, right? But when you watch that movie, you see somebody named Dak. Luke Skywalker meets up with the rebels. He sees his old friend Dak from Tatooine. You know, some of those kids that he wanted to go off to college and academy and stuff like that with that they had already gone. That when Owen and Baru were sitting there talking, and Baru was telling Owen all his friends have already gone. Those are the friends he wanted to go with. Okay, Dak was one of them. Okay, Dak is flying for the Rebels and co-signs Luke's skill as a pilot. Flying his T6. Luke was already a pilot. Now, I don't know how much this person, my comment section, knew or did not know about Star Wars, but most of that technology, ships that the Rebels had, was old tech for them. The Empire had new tech, more advanced, but not the Rebels. The Rebels had whatever the fuck they could find. So it is not much different, I would assume, than flying some other kind of people. Now, so that point to me was bogus. Luke wasn't no Mary Sue in the first movie because he could fly a fucking X-Wing. He told Han when he first met him, I'm not that bad of a pilot myself. I mean, do you watch movies or do you just look at the pictures and not listen to the damn dialogue? Because unfortunately, the way my brain works, I remember the dialogue. Now, the other point he made is that Luke shouldn't have been able to fight with a lightsaber in the first movie. And I had to point out to him, Luke didn't fight with a lightsaber in the first movie. So his false equivalency for Mizu and Blue Eyed Samurai being able to cut through a whole dojo full of trained samurai, the best student all the way up to the master, because she watched a bunch of other samurai do their technique. So her friend and master can make them a sword. It's not the fucking same thing as Luke Skywalker being on a ship, getting instruction from a master. And the fine point on it is Luke Skywalker didn't fight anybody with a lightsaber in the first movie. You goofball. He fought nobody with a lightsaber. Nobody. He had it. He didn't fight anybody with it. First time you see Luke Skywalker pop a lightsaber and try to fight anything other than that fucking remote droid was that fucking Wampa in Empire Strikes Back. And at that point, it had been years. And all he did at that point was cut his fucking arm off. He wasn't fighting no master, fighter. The fuck out of here. Later in that movie, you see him going to Yoda after he got Wampa wrecked and escaped. His master gave him a force vision and told him where the fuck to go. You need to go to Dagobah, and you need to talk to Yoda. What did he do on Dagobah? He trained with a Jedi Grandmaster. Grandmaster, not Young Master, not I was just new to this, not Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka. No, none of that shit. He trained with somebody who had been training Jedi for hundreds of years. had apprentices that were problems. And he got some tutelage from him. Even then, when he came back at the end of that movie and wanted to start swinging that lightsaber on somebody who had been trained to use it, the motherfucker lost. So bad, in fact, he lost his goddamn hand to prove to the point you still wasn't ready, motherfucker. Still wasn't ready. Now you compare that shit to Mizu in the first episode of this show. This motherfucker has trained to above mastery. In what? A few years? Since a child? With no master to train him just because she watched? Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. You're making me not even want to watch this show having to argue this point. That's stupid. I'm rocking with the show, but that's some Mary Sue bullshit. Just like Ray Palpatine picking up a lightsaber in her first fucking movie and taking on somebody who has been trained for years at this shit. In the dark side and the light side, and she beat him without a scratch. The fuck out of here. That is the only equivalency to Mizu to somebody in Star Wars. Outside of this other goofy shit in Ahsoka with Sabine. So I don't want to hear that shit. So I left those points, those comments, in the comment section under his and told him don't bring that weak bullshit into my comment section. If you mad or feel some kind of way, you want to jump to the white knight defense on a show you did not make about a character that has a flaw in it, about how this character got so good, so fast, with no fucking training, you better come with a different excuse. Just say you like it and don't care. Fine. There ain't no argument there. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck. If you just like it and don't care about it, what do you expect me to do? Argue down on it? I'm not a millennial. And I'm not a fucking female. I don't find stuff just to argue over. Just for the sake of arguing, because it makes my coochie tingle. Because I enjoy negative attention because it's just the same as any other fucking attention. No. If you like it and I don't, cool. If I don't like it, or if I do like it and you don't, also cool. You know why? Because it don't fucking matter either way. At least you made a decision. At least you did. And at least you're able to be somewhat of a man to voice your like or dislike. Because what do you think I'm going to do? Kick your ass to make you like it? Because you ain't about to kick my ass to make me like it. Stupid shit. Ooh, this world, god damn. The men act like women and the women want to be men. So that shit mildly annoyed me because I would welcome a good debate on it. But that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Easily fucking blocked. Like Neo at the end of the Matrix. I don't even need to see this to block this. This is too fucking easy. Hey, Longo, saying you dug the show personally. I'm going into watching the show. I'm still watching the show. That was my only critique on the first episode. That was it. Like, she shouldn't have been that good just from watching. That's bothering me a little bit, but it ain't stopping me from enjoying the show. I was enjoying the show. I'm just pointing out that's logically not accurate. That's not how that shit works. No way. No. And it's saved a little bit because of the fact when she went up against the number one student at that dojo, she did get fucked up. She did get fucked up a little bit. Showing you got some flaws. You might need to work on that. Your ass might die. So I wasn't hating on the show at all. Didn't say I didn't dislike the show. I just said that was my criticism. That was my critique on the first episode on how this character got so damn good. Doesn't track. But I'll keep rolling with the show. Because like I told you guys, when I watch something, I'm weighing its pluses and minuses. You could have minuses and still have me watch your fucking show. You can. Just long as that scale don't tip more on the minuses than it does on the positive. My overall critique of the show was that I was liking it. I was digging it. That was the one thing that I was like, yeah, but I don't buy that. But keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. So that 1 point out of 10 only brought it down to a 9. But because the motherfucker said something about it, somebody wanted to come in there and not even address what I said, but want to try to attack another show about it. Shut the fuck up. I assume we all watching the same show. If you don't see that as a problem, just say you don't see it as a problem then. Fuck it. You don't see it as a problem. I do. And I'm watching it for me. I ain't watching it for you. For me, that's a little bit of an issue. But moving on. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Ilongo, that she takes her lumps to. I don't have a problem with the character taking her lumps. I don't. But the way it bothers me is that this is not like just hand-to-hand combat fighting. You were using a damn near 6-foot razor blade. There is a huge difference between swinging that blade against things that do not swing back, that do not have reaction times, do not have stances that you have to learn to read and pivot against, and then jumping into a fight with somebody who has been training like that, who has been training against live people. There is a huge difference. And with a sword in your hand, there is no room for fucking error. So that's what makes it a little unbelievable to me. But it's an animated cartoon. So I'm letting it rock. That's the point. Recounting somebody's movements at night by yourself is completely different to now I am actually fighting for my life against someone else who has been training most of their life against other live people. Completely different. If that's the case, you should go ahead and train on a punching bag and just shadow box for like a year or two of Muhammad Ali or something like that. And then I want you to jump your ass into the ring with Tyson for an exhibition. And see, don't you get your ass knocked the fuck out. Because that's not how that shit works. What up, Two Triv? What up, Malika? What up, Joe Herb? And that's all I was saying about it. Didn't say I wasn't liking the show. I just said that part was kind of bullshit. Now the other little shit, it's just irritation with fucking people. Fair sex. What dumb shit. I like to believe I was to a point where shit doesn't actually bother me or disrupt my cool. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that shit off either. Go and deal with my level of irritation. Because one thing I hate is people trying to cover up their fucking mistakes by trying to put responsibility on the you for some shit that you are not responsible for. And this motherfucker has done a house cleaning of melanated faces. And I am the last man standing. And I feel them coming. Put it that way. But it is not a position I have not been in before, being the only one somewhere. It's not. So it is unfortunate, but it is not unexpected. So moving on from that, I put up a reaction last night to the movie Next Goal Wins. And I will say, if you want to watch it on a matinee this weekend, check it out. What up, Corey? Check it out. It was entertaining. I mean, I laughed in that movie more than I laughed in fucking the Marvels. And the Marvels was kind of funny to me. It was. But, excuse me, this is Taika Waititi's next movie after Thor: Love and Thunder. And I would say it's better than Love and Thunder, which goes to the point I made about Taika Waititi before. Him doing his own stuff is funny. What we do in the shadows is funny. It is. This movie is pretty funny. It is. The humor works. Him doing Thor did not work. Did not work. That funny funny shit for Thor did not work. I needed a Thor movie that looked like the extraction. I really did. I really needed somebody who was out there, a battle hardened warrior trying to be a god. And I would have actually liked to see him not get people a lot, not be the funny guy. He could have been the somewhat straight man because I want to know when it gets to the business, he about that action, somebody about to get their ass kicked because they facing the whole god of thunder, not the goofball blunders. No, 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 no. 1 second, you guys. Oh, morning. You too. All right, and I'm back. I'm blacker than ever. So this movie was funny. Thor Ragnarok, I didn't really like. Thor Love and Thunder, I really didn't like. I really didn't. This movie, I liked it. It worked for me. It worked for me. It was funny. And I'm swearing that the other lead actor, the playing the character of forgetting his name, but he's the leader of the American Samoa Football Federation. That's the voice of Korg. That's the voice of Korg in Thor because that the voices sound too alike. I'm very good with voices. That has to be that dude. I just haven't went back to look at the Thor credits to see if it's the same guy or not. But tonally, that's the same guy. That's the same guy. And it's funny hearing him give these kind of simplistic, goofy lines and see the guy's face when he's doing it. It's like, is that a voiceover? It's not a voiceover. That's really coming from him. That's kind of hilarious. It's like that's his real voice. Holy shit. And that's what it looks like to come out of his mouth with those words and that sounds to come out of his mouth. That's pretty funny. Pretty fucking funny. But otherwise, I went to sleep thinking about it, and I'm thinking that was an easy movie for Michael Fassbender. It was an easy paycheck for him. Very easy paycheck because the movie didn't take itself too seriously, so he got to have some over the top moments in a sense, but his facial expressions kill it a lot of the time. The facial expressions he makes when he's just looking at something like, what in the fuck is going on here? Is hilarious, dude. That shit is hilarious. Facial expressions kill it. And it's kind of funny to know that this character is like it's on the verge of losing his shit. And all he doing the whole movie is walking around with a cup full of alcohol, drinking like, oh my fucking god. Like he's like a functioning alcoholic. Like he about 3 seconds from quitting every time. Like get the fuck out of here. That shit was kind of funny to me. Anyway, I'm here. I got a meeting, another goddamn meeting today. Yeah. Like I said, FYI, I heard that Taika was the body of Korg in the voice, but this guy's voice in the show. Let me back up. I know Taika was the voice of Korg in some senses, but um, this guy in Next Goal Wins, he sounds just like Korg. He does. He sounds just like Korg. So I don't know if They traded off sometime or what? But he sounds exactly like that motherfucker. Exactly. I know Taika was in the suit doing Korg. Maybe he didn't voice it. I don't know. Because Taika is in this movie too. He's in the movie too. He plays the priest, and it's a goofy fucking priest. I thought he was making a joke about old Asian men or some shit like that at first because I was like, oh goddamn, dude, what are you doing? You trying to get hurt? But then I remember where the movie is set. It's set in Samoa, so like he'll look Samoan, but okay, whatever. Little bit part so you can be kind of goofy and have your fun. All right, fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Uh, Ragnarok was way better than Thor 2. No, it wasn't. No, I don't think so, Ilongo. I like Thor 2. I like Thor 2 a hell of a lot more than I like Ragnarok. Because if you like Ragnarok more than that, you tell me what was so awesome about Ragnarok. Other other than the special effects and seeing characters you hadn't seen. Like Surtur and Hela. Tell me what was so awesome. Fenris. No, no. I know that's the popular consensus that Thor 2 sucked ass. Why did Thor 2 suck ass? Because the Dark Elves were led by a white elf? That you got to see the nine realms? That you got to see Loki somewhat kill himself or fight with his brother? Or that you got to see a show that ended in Europe and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. picked it up right after that? That it showed it was part of a connected universe. But no, I get into Ragnarok, I got to get the Incredible Hulk face planting on the Rainbow Bridge. I got to get Man Baby Hulk being a gladiator and acting like a big fucking dumb child to Valkyries, I can kick your ass. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum's cool, but I like Jeff Goldblum. I go back to the 80s with Jeff Goldblum. So he could have showed up and it would have been cool regardless. But what? Hella? Kate Blanchett in a little skin tight suit? Yeah, that looked cute. But that wasn't Hella. That was hella fucked up. The Warriors 3 all getting killed. A lot of Asgardians getting killed. Pointed out to me what the awesome part was. And that's why I said, don't say the special effects. What was it? Because all you got was more of the same in Love and Blunder. So if Love and Thunder sucks, Ragnarok automatically has to suck because it's just more of the same shit. Just saying. But anyway, let me get out of here. I got to get to this meeting because we have to be there on the TikTok. Um, Thank y'all for coming through. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I've been Artisan MC in the car again, on the road again, and I will see you next time, my friends. Peace.